We want to pay homage to the Jewish comedians who have had an impact on American humor. And tonight we're starting with a romantic comedy called Putzel.
Putzel!
What is a putzel?
A little putz?
It's a little bit of a fable about a boy who grew up in a small town that just happens to be the Upper West Side of Manhattan. So, small town in the middle of the big city.
It is sort of a universal story, and it's not just a Jewish story in a bagel shop. It's a universal story about a boy and a girl, and a boy who kind of needs to grow up.
Eat away in a stolen car. Turn to a stranger. Take his hand.
I believe that it's important to have a Jewish film festival because it's our responsibility to create a cultural event in Los Angeles that offers films that have never been seen before. We have one tomorrow called Lunch, which features all the TV writers from back in the 60s and 70s.
I think it's a story of friendship, and I think it's a story of a collective that keeps people together. The need for humor and the need for joy in our lives as we get older. I think there's something very unique to this group.
Why are so many comedians Jewish?
Are they?
Well, it seems that I've heard that.
Wait a minute. You're right. To me, it's very tied together. The text, the spirit, the faith. These are all comedy principles as well. It's not an accident.
Closing night, we're showing a world premiere of a film called When Comedy Went to School, which is about the Jewish comedians who all started in the Catskills.
A time when a vacation meant a trip to the mountains.
The Catskills was the breeding ground for the stand-up comic.
We have a couple of programs that focus on, as we call them, Jewish icons. And one of them is Neil Diamond.
It took him from being this very popular singer-songwriter to being the Jewish Elvis.
A magnetic performer with a special understanding with the ladies.
And I actually saw that there was a documentary about Neil Diamond coming up on the list of things. God, I am a huge Neil Diamond fan, so I'll have to come to that.
And we have a fascinating documentary about Johnny Cash, who was not Jewish, but his manager, who he had a 35-year relationship with, was.
Saul said I should be aiming at big places in big cities.
Growing up, I only saw my father a couple of weeks at a time. Then he would be gone again, on tour with Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
It's great to have a circuit like this that we can be on and show them and really be appreciated with audiences that really understand where we're coming from.
Political, social, comedic. It's very unique.